So this is my birth story. I was shaking the whole time. My water broke. Splash. Welcome to a new vlog. I was just getting ready because today I'm gonna shoot some content or UGC for a quite big skincare brand, which I'm very excited for. But this one does not want to sleep, and Henrik went to the gym because he was sleeping for like 30 minutes. I was like, okay, I have the time to work now, but apparently not. So I give her a bottle and I think she will be fine to sit next to me while I do it. Today is actually an Alex day because today I'm going for something called Hydrafacial. I think it's called Hydrafacial. So Hydrafacial is like a non-invasive skin treatment. I've never done it before, but it's supposed to give you the best glow. So what it does is that they exfoliate, give you like an acidic peel, and then add a lot of hydration and serums and moisture. So I'm very excited. Actually, my skin is really good right now. I've been using red light and non-current for a while now, like 8 weeks, and both me and my boyfriend, because of course he uses all of my devices. We are so hooked, we love it, and he said that he's been seeing some improvement as well in his skin. Both of our skins are skinning. So now I'm gonna film the content, edit, eat some lunch, and then go for my Hydrafacial. Today is Saturday. Henrik has been out for a long run. We have been out for 3 kilometers now that we're doing a comeback for running. Yesterday I went to Pilates with my friend Doina at this studio here in Rome called Isla Pilates. If you're ever in Rome and want to go for a little workout or just try the studio, I definitely recommend it because it's very aesthetic, very nice. I will add a little video of it in here. Definitely recommend, and I can feel it in my body today. And me and Doina also went for a little coffee and just had some girl talk, which was very nice, just the two of us. I do feel a little bit more comfortable leaving her now. It's nice to also get those moments from me so that I can be a good mom and so that I can be a good mom for you. Of course, I love being with you as well. So today we don't have much planned during the day. This evening we're going to an event at 10 Minutes to Moon, which are friends of Henrik's, or both of our friends, but they have a little store here in San Lorenzo with really cool clothes. I have to tell you about the Hydrafacial that I went to the other day. Of course, now I have makeup on, but my glow has been so good these days, and also will probably be for a few weeks, so I'm very happy with it. I realized the other day that I haven't shared much about giving birth. We stopped vlogging a few weeks before she came, and then we just came here with a 3-month-old baby. So I'm thinking that I'm gonna go through my birth story. I'm gonna go get a coffee, come back and film my birth story. And I also want to say, if you're scared of giving birth, or if you have a partner that is scared of giving birth, please make them watch this or watch this, because I had a really good experience, and I think that giving birth can be something beautiful and not that scary at all. So I am happy to share my experience. Yeah. Yay! So this is my birth story. I actually took my phone and reading through what I wrote about my giving birth experience so that I won't forget anything. So it started the 12th of October, which was the day before our due date. So I just want to add, if you're new here, I am from Sweden, but I gave birth in Italy since we now live here. I woke up at 5:30, I think, so early morning, and just felt very strong contractions, similar to period cramps, but very strong. And to be honest, I hadn't felt anything before this day. Some people have contractions for many weeks before they give birth. Some have just the days before. I hadn't been feeling anything. No Braxton Hicks, no contractions at all. Like, my pregnancy had overall been very easy and pain-free. I went back to bed, and at this point I think the contractions were about 2 hours or 1 hour apart. Then woke up around 7 or 8 and decided to go up because the pain was starting to get a little bit more intense. When Henrik was about to go out for his run, I said, I think you have to stay at home because they are now 30 minutes apart. Remember that I took a shower, trying to relax, I did my hair, but now they were quite intense and I had to like take one contraction at a time. From around, I think, 2 in the day or 2 p.m. I was in bed. So we were just at home trying to relax. I was trying to breathe through all the contractions. During the day when I had these contractions, all day I had contractions, I just focused on listening to podcasts that talked about being scared of giving birth and like how to handle it. Just prepared myself, and since I hadn't been feeling scared before, I hadn't been doing that before either. But I do feel like that helped me a lot. Just, okay, I'm gonna give birth today, because that was the time I started to realize that, okay, we're gonna have a baby. And around 7:30 we decided like, okay, it's time to go. I think the contractions were 5 minutes apart at that time. And quite painful. One contraction at a time, one contraction at a time. Finally we find a cab. I can tell you that it took us a while actually. It was hard because it was a Sunday. That drove us to the hospital, and when you first come to the hospital here in Italy, I'm not sure how it works in all the other countries, but you get to come to this maternity emergency. Henrik couldn't come inside, he had to wait outside. When I got there, quite fast they were checking the heartbeat of the baby, which was quite high. Unfortunately, I guess I had forgotten to eat a little bit during the day because I was so focused on my contractions and all of that. So I had to eat some, ate some dried mango and some bars. Quite fast, the heartbeat of the baby got better. They said that the baby was probably just a little bit stressed. They then did a cervix check, which means to check how open I am. And I was 3 or 4 centimeters at that time, and they decided to send me to a delivery room where Henrik could also join. And by the time they did the service check at the delivery room, which was like 5 minutes from when we got there, I was 6 or 7 centimeters dilated, so it went quite fast from that. So at this point I hadn't had like any pain relief, and my contractions were getting so bad. Like, for me, this was the worst part of giving birth. When I was around 7 centimeters, I couldn't focus on anything else. It felt like the contractions came like I didn't have any rest, and I don't remember much because I was so in my head just trying to breathe and focusing. I was reminded of, oh my god, this pain will only get worse and I don't think I can handle it. I was shaking the whole time. From getting to the hospital to like getting the epidural. Apparently that is very typical because hormones are going up in your body, and that can cause like your body to shake. I didn't know that before giving birth. It was also a part of me having a really hard time to just like relax my body, taking one contraction at a time. Once again, that was like my mantra, but doing that and like shaking like this, that is hard. At that point, the midwife asked me, do you want the epidural? Honestly, I was a little bit scared of taking the epidural because I was scared of not knowing what to do. That my body wouldn't feel that it's time to push or that it's time to rest. I just decided that, okay, let's take another contraction, and after that contraction I will decide. And I promise you that contraction was the worst contraction of all my delivery, and I was quite fast to say that let's bring the epidural. So they brought in the doctor that was supposed to put the epidural in me, and I know that people are afraid of the needle. I didn't feel anything with it when they put the epidural in. The midwife was holding my legs because I was shaking so much. They put it in. After a few minutes, I started feeling it. After that, they did a service check. And during the service check, I mean, when someone was like in their hand inside of me, my water broke. Splash. Like literally splashed. I looked at Henrik like, or me and Henrik looked at each other like that, and we were like, did my water just broke? Yes, it did. I was now 9 to 10 centimeters. So I was like fully open, ready to push as soon as I got the epidural. And I am happy that I waited that long, but my contractions disappeared. You do need the contractions to be able to push and to give birth. So after a while of them not coming back, they decided to give me some oxytocin, which can help the contractions to come back. And all of this took maybe about 2 hours. We went from the 12th of October in the middle of the night to the 13th, which was our due date. So Florence is born on her due date, the 13th of October. They had to give me even more oxytocin, and then my contractions started. They were like, okay, we think we would like you to try to push, and we'll see if we can take it from there. And let me tell you, when you don't feel anything, it's very hard to push. I was also standing in like a dog position, like on my knees, trying to give birth that way. And if you're pregnant and you're about to give birth, I would definitely recommend you to like study different poses of giving birth, because lying on your back may not be the best one for you. So Henrik actually learned the machine. So he told me, like, now you have a contraction, and I tried to push, but pushing is definitely harder than it sounds like. And finally I started to feel a contraction, but at this point I was like, I'm gonna fart. I actually told Henrik in Swedish, I was like, I'm gonna fart, I'm so scared I'm gonna fart on someone. Finally I just had to tell them, because they were like, you have to push more, you have to push more. And I was like, I'm gonna fart on someone, I'm so scared I'm gonna fart. And they were like, oh my god, we've been through worse, like we're used to it. Like if you feel like you're gonna fart or poop, you're actually doing the right thing, because the baby's head is going down and pushing on like your intestines. So that is why you have that feeling. So I just tried to embrace that feeling of having to poop almost. They said that the position that I was in, being on my knees, hands and knees, they said that I'm not able to push like the best in that position. For me, it wasn't the best position because I didn't really understand how to push in that position. So they turned me, so I was actually lying on my side, holding like this. They told me to push, and I like crunched like that. It's beautiful. That was probably the best position for me. And now we come to the part that many people are scared of, pressing out the head. But I want to start by saying it wasn't that bad. I know every birth is different. Some may say it was the worst feeling ever. For me, the pain was so short, and I could also see the goal of I'm done soon. And they call this the ring of fire, because the JJ is very stretched at this point. I remember thinking, okay, I'm ripping, like I'm gonna break now. But I think that pain, like the ring of fire, I think it was less than a minute, 2 minutes that I felt that pain. Then I heard her scream, get the placenta out, they checked that it's fine, which it was in my case. And there was this big team coming into the room, taking care of us, stitching me up. I teared in a grade of 1 till 2, so definitely not much, which I'm very grateful for. But I also want to say that this is actually a part in the body that heals very fast, because we have so many blood vessels, we have so much blood down there. So even if you have a higher grade of tearing, you will get through it and you will heal. And I had a very good experience, and you can have that too. So it definitely feels like I was babbling a lot. I just tried to get everything in my birth story in there. And now we are just getting ready to go to a little event at 10 minutes to moon. I will show you some snippets of it. And I wish you a very nice Saturday. Na 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 na. Vad stod han då? Yeah, beauty boy. Today we are going to an running event with Henrik's running club, Souplesse. We'll go running with them like 7 kilometers, I think, and me and Minnie will join the brunch. I'm just preparing some bottles with our baby Bressa for us to bring for Minnie. I think I'm gonna bring 250 milliliters, and in case we need more, I'll just have to breastfeed. But it's very nice to be able to bring formula so that she can have a bottle in the stroller and I don't have to like find a place and sit down and so on. Guys, I have to tell you because something fun just happened. I just got invited to a brand trip to Berlin for 1 night with paid accommodation and paid travel, etc. And it's not any brand, it's H&M and Elf. It's a bit strange because it means I have to be away from Henrik and Minnie for 1 night, which I haven't been doing so far, and we're just 3 months in with a baby. But I think I'm gonna say yes. Henrik's been like, of course, you should go, I can handle it at home, but it feels a little bit strange. But I'm also so happy. Now we have to leave for the running event, the little morning event, and we will take you along, but this will be the end of this vlog.